Media is the fourth column of a functioning democratic system. You have independent parliaments, independent justice, you have the government, and you have free media as the watchdog for everything that's running in a society, but also in politics. But that requires really independence and pluralism, because it's not just one opinion, not just one position, but several positions. You need inner and outer diversity in the media landscape, and that is more and more under threat. Throughout the last years, we see more and more that, again, governments try to influence media via economical circumstances they create in this or that way. Media that is liked gets more advertisement, media that's not liked get no advertisement, so that they dry out. We have a lot of risks at the moment for media freedom, and also attacks against journalists. That was something where we said that it is important, when we want to safeguard democracy, when we want to safeguard freedom of expression and freedom of media and plurality, we have to do something. That was the reason why we started to concentrate more on media legislation. It is a piece of legislation that is embedded in several other legislations that has a relevance for media. It's the DSA, the DMA, the Democracy Shield, it's the EMFA, the AVMSD. It is the copyright that has a relevance also for the media sector. So it is one piece of a big puzzle, but an important piece because it has a direct impact. When I look to the implementation, like I said, there are countries who do it quick, others who need more time. And for me, it is always important, if you make a legislation, we have to ensure that it is implemented and especially also enforced. So I expect that we are more concentrating on the implementation and enforcement of the legislation, so that it really can show effect, and not just having a nice legislation, celebrating it, and then forget it. That should not be the case. We had this already with the AVMSD, where even after 4 years of the deadline for implementation, some member states didn't do anything. And this should not happen. That's also the reason why we as Parliament made a working group on the implementation of the EMFA, to make really clear towards the member states and also towards the Commission, we don't let you go. We want that you do it, the job correct, that you implement and enforce the legislation, because it's core for our democracy. As I said, first we are in our working group listening to the member states. What are they doing? What have they done? Where might be the problems, so that we can take a look where they need more support in implementing it. Or you get also a feeling where it's not, in the end, not really wanted to implement it. I think what is also important, and what might be also next step, is that we really have also to educate better when it comes to media literacy, to the importance of democratic structures and values. It's not just done with regulation. We also need an understanding by the citizens for the need of independent media, but also when it comes to the political discussions in the member states, that it is seen as a benefit, not as a risk when media is independent, because it's also a good principle for reflection on what you're doing. Is it good or bad, and how do the citizens adapt it? How is it seen in the public opinion? It can also be a reflection on what you do, and it's not just a danger for politics if you have free and independent media, the contrary. I think what's important is that we don't overburden the regulation with bureaucracy. The rules must be clear, they must be simple to understand and simple to implement. Bureaucracy as such is not really helpful, but that you have also obligations when you are dealing in the public sphere, that must also be clear. And so for me, transparency requirements are not hindering new technologies and new things. You just have to say what you do. And it's not blocking a new business model or new technologies. When I have to make open with which systems or with which content I train my AI, for example, I know what I have as a database for my AI training. Why not make it public? Why not make it open? What is always the question is, when it then comes to licensing or copyright, is that a too high burden for young companies coming up, startups, when they directly have to pay for a license? But what should the creative sector say when their content is used without being reimbursed, without having advertisement revenues? Others are making business out of their productions, and that are sometimes single persons that have to have a live from what they do, what they create. So it's a question of fairness. We need simple systems for licensing. We need easy to adapt systems, and that would help also to make a fair environment for future developments. And I think transparency rules, so that I know where user I as a user want to know if a picture is created with the help of artificial intelligence, or if an article is created with artificial intelligence. What is important for us, and that was a principle we also laid down in the AI Act, is that AI always must be human-centered. So the final decision, the overview on what is the output, must be always also be seen by a human person. So if I want to have news in the media, information or documentations, you can use for the research, for everything, you can use for sure artificial intelligence. It's a wonderful tool also for the creative sector and for future developments, but it must be transparent, and in the end there must be a human being that decides what is used, how is it used, and then we can work with this in a positive way. I'm not against AI, but I want to know where AI is in. When I see a video of a politician saying something, I never would expect that he would have said this, and in the end, because it was not transparent, it's perhaps found out that it was a fake, and we had that in the past, especially when it comes to disinformation, fake news or propaganda. That is a huge danger for democracy and for the trust in media. And I think this transparency is not against new developments of technology. Transparency rules are there to keep the trust in media, in news, and in the information landscape we have.